Terry's very famous. I think it's forward C. The 2-hit.
Look at that gigantic fucking turkey she's eating.
Yeah, well,
Wood.
yeah, me too. Actually, that shit looks delicious.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Looks straight out of Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing. I was like, oh,
Monster Hunter crossover win.
oh, I mean, it's Capcom's IP.
It's Capcom stuff.
It's Capcom's IP, dude. They can do whatever they want with it. It'll be fine.
The hat pack is $3.
Yeah.
You won't pay $3 for hats?
You don't want to pay $3 for hats?
No.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
And you pay for clothes in real life.
How exciting and how interesting, Elu. You pay for clothes in real life, but you won't pay for clothes in virtual life.
Huh.
Fun fact, I also don't pay for clothes in real life.
That is
Shit.
disgusting, and you are disgusting.
I invested in this thing called a sewing kit, and when my clothes start going bad, I just fix them.
Okay.
Very rarely is
That is you
very
are
rarely are my clothes so damaged that I have to replace them. It did happen. I had a pair of pants that like had to go, and had it for 3 years, and I could not sing the fucking crotch area shut, so they had to go.
So let me be the first to award you with Brokest Plebeian Award of the year.
I make $62K a year.
And apparently it goes right into the fucking storm drain, dude, because you're over here repairing your clothes like a caveman.
Yeah, because it's
Dude, just
a frugal thing to do.
Let me just
like,
cut ahead on this.
I'm not gonna spend $40 on a fucking pair of pants when I could just fix the pair of pants I already have.
Where
It
the
lasts about 2-3 years.
On fixing.
where the fuck are you buying $40 pants, my dude?
That's how much a Wrangler pair of jeans
A
costs.
regular pair of jeans, $40? Absolutely refuse to believe that.
Okay.
Yeah.
They might cost more depending on what store you go.
I
Yeah,
absolutely
actually, they're
refuse.
65 in a lot of stores.
Look, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter how high the cap is of jeans.
40's cheap for jeans,
40 is
bro.
not cheap for jeans.
Yes, it is. That's how much jeans normally go for on sale.
The thick jeans.
All right, we're gonna.
As a man who exclusively wears jeans for work,
jean.
dude, they're not-
Okay, Wrangler jeans.
There's cheap ass jeans. Yes, Wranglers.
Okay, we're gonna look at Wrangler jeans now because apparently that's what we're fucking doing for this goddamn stream. Okay, yeah, I get it. I get it that Wrangler jeans are expensive, right? I knew
It's
this.
like
I knew this
$67.
already. I knew this already, right? But those are Wrangler jeans. Okay,
Yeah.
jeans for men. I guess I'm gonna
Wait,
go
what?
straight to Levi's.
Levi's?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. These are all like super brand fucking names. All right.
You're gonna bring those cheap ass, thin ass. It's not even denim. It's just reinforced cotton.
Dude, I'm just
You're gonna
saying.
end up replacing them more and more often the cheaper they are. So if you buy a decent pair of pants,
look
they last a couple
at
years, and you fix it.
Wait, listen.
Shit.
For look, Old Navy and American Eagle Outfitters. Okay, I'm not saying that it's super awesome, right? But if the man's gonna be fucking sewing his jeans to repair them, he might as well do it with
This
fucking.
man, he's an outdoorsman. He needs thick jeans.
At absolutely no point have I ever described Elio as an outdoorsman.
He is though.
That's
I
fine.
do spend a decent amount of time gooning in the fucking outdoors.
Okay.
I don't know why. I like hiking, and I like just dicking around with my kid in the park.
Look, my point is that there's options. There's options, all right? You can't just
yeah,
sit here
you
and
can wait
tell
till
me
you get it on clearance and stuff, but you want good thick jeans.
you
They're
don't
not that
need good thick jeans unless you're gooning outside like Elio is.
I work outside, so I need them too.
Yeah, but you don't.
American Eagle jeans are pretty good though. I'll give
Okay.
you that. And when I can find a decent pair, they're like $30.
Okay, and look,
Which isn't awful.
look, they're only $25 on sale. There's absolutely no reason why you should be spending so much money on fucking jeans.
I don't. I try not to.
No,
but
I
sometimes
know you
can't
don't
find-
because you're a caveman. I'm saying people in general.
Oh yeah. No, like I would never buy like an $80 pair of jeans.
Good.
I would buy a $35 or a $40 pair of jeans if I couldn't find one used. Like I go on Poshmark and I'll buy like decently used jeans and
Dude,
just wear those.
Dude, this man is out here buying used jeans. I'm out of here. Like, I'm done with this conversation. I can't carry on with this anymore. This man
I
said,
buy used clothes. Like I will go on Poshmark and I'll be like, let's get a Merrell pair of hiking like tennis shoes for like $26. Which Merrell is a pretty good brand. They last a decent amount of time. I'm like, fuck it, I'll pay $20 for a used pair of shoes.
Used shoes and jeans. What's next? Used socks? Good lord.
Poshmark, you can see what you're buying, and most of the time, like, there will be people who will basically just like, oh, I got this pair of shoes for like Christmas or my birthday, and I don't really like the style, so I'm selling it basically unworn.
Every time I pull up one of these websites, I feel like I have to like blare out not sponsored, but we could be. But yeah, anyways, go on. I've never heard of this site, by the way, ever, until you opened your mouth.
I got a pair of like brand new shoes for like $30.
Oh god, there's even a Reddit. All right.
And they were like $120 shoes that I got on sale for like $30.
All right. Well, I mean, yeah, I get the same deal by robbing people, just $120 shoes for free, or the cost of a bullet, I guess.
Yeah. My point is, I don't like to spend like a lot of money on the basics.
That's
Even
fine.
like down to food. I will go to Food Lion and buy the Food Lion brand of fucking Sam's Cola or whatever the fuck they have instead of buying real Coke.
I don't even know what the fuck Food Lion is, but at the risk of you
Yeah, I
doxing
don't
yourself,
know.
I'm just gonna tell you. I'm just gonna assume it's like the Tyson of your
it's
area.
like an East Coast. Yeah, it's like an East Coast Kroger kind of thing.
Okay, fine. That Kroger is a good analogy because Kroger is where I
Yeah.
go to be like, yeah, how bad can it be? And I'm like, oh wait, this is pretty bad actually.
Yeah, I will buy the like Walmart. Like Walmart is Sam's Choice, right? I'll buy the Sam's Choice Cola
Right,
because it's 99 cents versus Coke, which is like $3 a bottle.
right. Yeah, but also again, you're just further.
I'm an extreme cheapskate because
You're-
then I will go on. I'll go on Azure Lane. I'll be like, oh, okay, I'll drop $40
I
for
hate
enough
you.
gems to buy all the skins for this round.
I hate you. I hate you. There's absolutely no metric for you that you're spending, trying to spend less and less money, and then you just blurt out, it's like, yeah, I spent $40 from gems in Andrew Lane. It's like, dude, kill yourself.
I don't even want to go in.
No, we're not gonna go into this.
Drop in Azure Lane.
I assume you guys have been here in the stream looking at the same jeans I'm at. You guys ready? I didn't drag you in here to talk about your fucking Elio's terrible spending and frugality that borders on, medieval peasant.
Oh yeah, I was
Oh,
about
yeah,
to say it. It's the 13th century code. They want that Taylor kit back.
There you go.
No, they will have to fight me in my modern firearms for it.
Dude, they're not gonna want it.
Here's some frivolous spending. Here's some frivolous spending. Last one, right?
Mm-hmm.
I bought a dress shirt for a work function at the thrift store. It was like $3. It's a nice shirt, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It was missing a button, so I sewed the button back on
Mm-hmm.
because they always have a spare button on the bottom side of the shirt. So I was like, fuck it, I can sew that. It's fine. So I got that. It was nice. And then Luna turns around and says, I want this $89 Miku figure. I was
Uh-huh.
like, fuck it, why not, dude?
Dude, what? Do not get the child an $89 Miku figure. I'm not saying she
Like,
doesn't
it's a
deserve it.
$150 one.
I'm not saying she doesn't deserve it. I'm just saying you're over here like, I sew my clothes together. Please, take pity on
It's
a
all
poor
for her.
Matchbox boy. And you're like, yeah, fucking $90 fucking
Yeah, because like
Hatsune Miku.
I remember instances of my mom, like, this is gonna be the most broke thing I've ever said.
God.
But I remember my mom used to take me to Toys R Us to go look at toys we couldn't afford to buy, and then we'd leave. It was the saddest shit. And I think about it as an adult. I'm like, why even take me? Just don't
Yeah.
let me see these nice ass toys.
Yeah, but also the difference is that, you actually grew up dirt fucking poor, so.
Yeah. So then, like, when my daughter's like, I want this dumbass fucking. What's the dumbest thing I ever bought her? Oh, we were at a rent fair. And she wanted a fox pelt. And I'm like, what is the purpose of this? Like, what are you gonna actually do with this? And she's like, stop. I was like, alright, well, this is my Christmas present to you. You're not getting anything else, so I bought her a fox pelt. And it was like $120.
Jesus
And I was
Christ.
like,
What?
fuck it, why not, dude? I was like, fuck it, why not?
Hey, wait,
Here's your
kid.
fox pelt.
Güey, ¿quién te entiende, pendejo? Ya,
Dollar
córtale, güey, ya.
$120. You really are from the medieval
Yeah, fucking
times.
kill yourself, dude. Like, what the fuck is this? I don't want to hear this.
Is it gonna
It was
warm her up during the winter?
It's a,
Are
Yeah,
you not
it's like-
paying for fucking heating now either?
apparently.
It's like a little scarf. It's like a little scarf made out of a fox pelt, and she's like, "I'd love to wear this as a scarf. It looks nice." And I'm like, "All right, fuck it, why not?"
So, for
So
Reese,
it's
you're
a-
gonna get the dysentery.
Yo,
It's
what?
just the pelt, or it's a fox.
It's a
Scarf.
pelt made. It's a fox scarf made from the pelt of the fox.
Oh, okay. It's a fox. It's
The old-
$120.
The old hunting, the hunting
Fox.
hats with the little fox, the little raccoon tail.
Yeah. It's
Oh, we have one of those.
It's
They're like
one of
the-
the Davy
yeah,
Crockett ones. Oh, Jesus.
Davy Crockett hats. We have 2 of those. Yes.
Good
Of
lord,
course.
dude. This is first of all, how horrifying. Secondly, if you're as frugal heating your fucking house as you are with literally everything else, Luna's gonna be
Oh,
like,
no.
"Oh,
My
please,
guy,
sir."
I hate the cold. I literally have fights every winter with my wife over the temperature in the house because I don't let it drop below 69.
Yeah, okay. Are you sure you wouldn't just rather plug in some hair fucking dryers and just walk around like that in a power bank?
No,
It's like, oh, we
no,
gotta
I
save
will-
some money. We gotta save
That
some
is-
money, Elio.
That is one thing I do not negotiate on. I hate the fucking cold. I can deal with heat. I cannot deal with fucking cold.
Well, at the risk of not doxing yourself, you really picked the wrong fucking place to go to, but I guess you didn't have a choice. Anyways,
Yeah.
here we go. You guys ready?
No, I was going to mention that people used to live with cows in their house to generate heat,
Yeah.
because cows generate a lot of heat.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
they do. And back then, we didn't have such things as smells, so they just do whatever.
Yeah, Sir John Newton or fucking invented noses.
He invented noses at the same time he invented gravity.
Mhm.
Anyways,
So what's this thing on our face that points out? Oh,
oh my god! Oh my god!
oh my god!
Have we been living like this the whole time? He's like,
The fucking the gift of prophecy just being delivered unsuspectingly.
it's the gift of prophecy, but instead of prophecy, it's the gift of smell.
It just opens up
God.
the fucking nose passage.
It's like, oh my god! Oh my god, is that me?
What is that smell?
Oh, does that smell? Oh my god, no! This is terrible. Anyways, you guys ready?
Mhm.
I'm gonna let this rock, and then I'll walk it back with you guys, so that I can autistically scream about my love for this character and all the references and or moves that are being carried over. I will pause it pretty much almost immediately because you should recognize one of these. Actually, I won't pause it. It's fine. Just let it go.
This is gonna be fun.
Oh shit, they're running a taxi.
I'm still on a journey. Come get some. Traveling to new places, experiencing new things, meeting new faces, having good fights. Fight, drink, eat, sleep, repeat. Seriously, it's a good life. I'll pick up the check.
They're adding Ryu to Street Fighter.
Yes.
Nope.
From Fortnite.
Don't catch me that Street Fighter.
Get ready.
We're just gonna kick the shit out of Ken.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, come on.
I broke my fist from punching the ground.
My favorite costume. Yes. I fucking love this costume, Terry.
The classic American look. Blue
Yep.
jeans, a white t-shirt, and a fucking like rider jacket. Like a bomber jacket.
Yep. I fucking love this outro. It's so fucking good. Anyways, I'll walk you back through a couple of these things. First off, you should pretty much almost immediately recognize the Street Fighter 2 opening, the attract mode. If you haven't, I'll pull it up.
No.
the very, 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 very famous attract mode. Does anybody remember this? Is it just me?
What?
That's just you.
Okay. I guess I'll just let it rock so you guys can kind of see it. There's a direct reference to it. It's quite literally they really went out of their way to make sure that the game had similar looks, scenes, everything about it. As soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, Street Fighter 2, I get that.
Yeah.
But then right afterwards, Terry pulling up in a taxi is a reference to the, I believe, the original Fatal Fury. I don't even know. I don't even know if I'm the taxi.
They should make a taxi a character like the Daytona car in what is it? Was that in Tekken?
Which one? Oh, the Daytona car was in. Fuck, I know what you're talking about. It was
Virtual Fighter.
It was in Virtual Fighter, yeah, because Daytona is a Sega.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What is it the original Fatal Fury? It has to. Yeah, it is. It is right here. Yeah, he pulls up in a taxi immediately.
Mm-hmm.
He's even got the same. He's even looking the same way, like you can see right there. So as much as I hate Capcom, they were like, "Oh yes, excellent. Let's pay homage to like one of the foundations of fighting games and one of the most popular fucking fighting game characters ever, by just over 40-year-old intros of like side by side, just like throw them in there, fuck it." So the actual world tour stuff is not super interesting, but I'll go into a couple of things that I noticed. There's a really, really big one, which when I saw it, I was like, there's no fucking way they're doing that. But first off, like right away, Higurashi? It's gotta be Joe Higashi? Is that right? Yeah, it was right. It is Joe Higashi. I don't know why I was trying to say his name is Joe Higurashi, but yeah. Joe Higashi in the background, like almost immediately. He's looking a little oof, but that's fine. Yeah. And then you can see Blue Mary right there.
I see her.
There's a close-up. There's a better close-up of her in a few seconds. Like you can see her right there. And what's funny is that when I was looking through the Twitter posts of it, apparently people on Twitter very eagle-eyed. Apparently she's drinking a Blue Mary, which I didn't actually know was an alcoholic drink, but
yeah, it's tomato juice and vodka.
I thought that was a Bloody Mary.
Not Bloody Mary. What's a Blue Mary?
It's not a Bloody Mary. I swear there was a.
I mean, Bloody Mary's pretty good.
Yeah, but Bloody Marys are obviously red. They posted a picture of it. Man, I should have saved that. But
White Russian.
there should be. Huh. Oh, you know what? I think it was like a martini, actually. Hold on. I think I'm just getting inundated with terrible modern year search engine results.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, Google AI.
Yeah. There we go. This is closer to what I was looking for. Anyways. That's her.
I can go for a drink.
So, right to start with, Terry's very famous, I think it's forward C, the two-hit.
Look at that gigantic fucking turkey she's eating.
Yeah, well,
Wood.
yeah, me too. Actually, that shit looks delicious.
Yeah.
Looks straight out of Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing. I was like, oh,
Monster Hunter crossover win.
Oh, I mean, it's Capcom's IP.
It's Capcom stuff.
It's Capcom's IP, dude. They can do whatever the fuck they want with it. So it's like forward. I'm gonna say it's forward heavy punch because I'm pretty sure that's what the notation is gonna be in Street Fighter 6. But this is like King of Fighters has command normals out the wazoo, and that's how they kind of balance and or differentiate the characters, because normals go into command normals, and then that's how you start your whole combo routing. This is
I like how you
Terry's.
just beat the water out of this man's body.
Yeah, just look at all that sweat, all that delicious Ken sweat. Pretty standard, just you know.
Gamer Girl Sweat win.
Oh, that's the last round of this DLC when they introduced Mai Shiranui. The only other things, there's no really notable normals here that I can pull out or point out to you, but these are all pretty basic Street Fighter moves. That's so. Do you guys know what a target combo is? Sam, do you know what a target combo is?
I mean, I've done them before.
Okay, so a target combo is just like a sequence of buttons that you hit in a specific order in order to get a canned animation that does different things. So most normals don't knock down. They don't like knock you down on the floor except for like a crouching roundhouse. But you can see Terry's like target combo, that one, it just sends you flying. So I'm actually not sure if that's a target combo or if that's his light punch burning knuckle. But anyways, it's forward throw, pretty standard. So ground wave, power wave in a lot of places. Crack shoot, for some reason, this means nothing to you guys, but crack shoot has never traditionally been an anti-air move, and they really are selling that it's some sort of anti-air, like preemptive jump in move. Like typically the hitbox is not extended that high up, and also it hasn't really been like super multi-hit. I think it's like 1 or 2 hits, but this is like 1, 2, 3. That's light. That has to be the light burn knuckle, because that's one of the moves that he got. I forget at which King of Fighters, but it's like an upwards punch and then like a downwards punch, and that's out of you know, like I think it's like light A, full quarter circle backwards A. I don't remember the command for it, but I think he had it in KOF 2002. Rising tackle. One thing to note, and I have the Terry thing pulled up here. We'll get to this one, but they point out pretty early into this, they're like, yeah, we got rid of the charge motion for Terry's rising tackle. It's just now a traditional DP motion.
It's a traditional heal.
It's a traditional heal. Yeah, it's dragon punch in the form of rising tackle. Burn knuckle should be a safe advancing special, as it is in most other games. There's like one game where burn knuckle is not a safe on block special, and I think that's the more recent King of Fighters. I'm not too sure though. But anyways, that shoulder barge or power charge move, for some reason, again, this means nothing to you guys, but these are all like, the pathing on this shit is wild, because this move traditionally has been like a heavy bruiser kind of knockdown move, but for some reason it recovers quickly enough so that you can actually chain lights right after it, and it makes no sense to me that it's that way off of a meterless combo like routing. So he starts with like a medium kick and then light kick into this move, and then he's able to combo a crouching light into a standing light into a rising tackle out of it. That's like a lot of execution out of a move I didn't think you'd be able to combo out of. I thought this was going to be like, oh, you're kind of plus on hit. No, this is like you combo right after that. That's just that seems to be his main target combo. Remember how I mentioned to you that target combos have different like attributes based on what they are, but also like
Terry, look at this like fucking kick to the face.
Yeah.
Terry is not on those fucking $10 jeans. My man needs some gusset in those fucking like Chuck Norris's action jeans.
Listen, first things first, Terry is like a fucking poor truck driver. He's living the American dream, my dude.
And so then he's probably sewing his fucking pants together.
Yeah, he's probably sewing his pants together because he's a poor ass American. All right. So that's what you're comparing yourself to, Elio.
That is some mad stretch on those jeans right there. Like,
yeah.
I want the kind of jeans that Terry's using, because those shits are not tearing.
Yeah.
These colors don't run, brother.
He certainly is.
So, that. Like I mentioned,
that kick a lift?
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. The target combo knocks you up off of the ground, and then the crack shoot puts you in immediately into that. It's like a juggle, right? It's the easiest way to
Is
explain
that
it. To you.
the same with anti-air kick? What he just right now?
Yes, the crack shoot for some reason. I guess as I mentioned, for some reason now it's like a preemptive anti-air. We don't know the details of it yet, but still.
That's whack.
And then what I like here, I don't know if this is meant to mean anything, but he does a power wave, a heavy one, and it's a heavy one because it doesn't go anywhere. It just like dissipates right there. I don't know why he did that, but it's made to kind of seem like a fake out because he recovers quicker than Ken's fireball. He just immediately jumps over it. I don't know why they put this sequence in here. Maybe just to give Ken an excuse to throw out a fireball so that Terry can jump over him and do a jumping combo. But you know, all of this stuff is pretty basic, like Street Fighter stuff. He jumping heavy punch into looks like the first hit of his command normal, into forward shoulder charge, into another heavy power wave, and then power geyser to finish it off. So that's all like, oh, this is pretty basic Street Fighter stuff, right? So the biggest thing that I had to pause and I had to go like, what the fuck did I just see? In this scene right here, this is another target combo, obviously. So that he did right there, that is the deepest cut I've ever seen in a fucking non-SNK game ever. And I know this seems like, oh yeah, like whatever, right? So if you've never played Fatal Fury, which I'm pretty sure you guys have never played Fatal Fury.
I have.
Okay.
I have not.
So the way Fatal Fury works, the way that this video game has always functioned, and one of the things that sets it apart from other fighters, is that and you're gonna see this real quick. I don't know if it was in the original Fatal Fury, but I think it very well may have. Yeah, it is. Okay, so the way Fatal Fury works, and one of the things that kind of takes a little getting used to, is that Fatal Fury is one of those fighting games that takes place on lanes. And I know that doesn't mean anything to you guys, but if you see, the characters are jumping in and out of the background of the foreground. So let's see. Let me see. So you see how it's kind of hard to tell in some of these, especially in the early one, but there's two lanes. There's the foreground and then there's the background, and you do attacks as you jump in from in and out. I don't know if there's, you see how he jumped out.
Oh yeah,
and then back in, like that's what sets Fatal Fury aside from earlier ones. They wanted you to have a way of like being in the background and the foreground. I don't remember quite the rules associated with doing that, but the whole point is that that's a lane jump, you know, and it has an attack baked into it. There's multiple attacks baked into it. There's like a punch attack, there's a kick attack, but that's the thing that Fatal Fury was kind of known for at the time. That and ring outs, which we'll get into later. That they don't show anything of that for Street Fighter 6. But when I saw this, I was like, did fucking Terry just do a lane jump? And it's invincible? Like, did he just do a lane jump and it's invincible? So I read into the patch notes afterwards, but yeah, that's exactly what he did. So, you know, one of my favorite supers in all of fighting games, and Capcom did an excellent job with this. One of the things I've always really criticized Buster Wolves from other iterations and other companies just kind of doing them is that it lacks a certain oomph that I'm expecting out of Terry's, you know, most iconic super. If you look at some of the other ones, and I'll just kind of pull up something real quick. If you look at some of the other ones, there's a delay. Garu's a really good a good way measure, because I love the crunchy like oof sound of hitting him. like very crunchy audio in fucking Mark of the Wolves. One of the things I really like about that game. But if you look at some of the other ones, they're not exactly like all there as far as visceral violence. Like, I don't like that one because it's like, oh, I can't tell the two different hits apart from an audio perspective, and also the effect of it is just kind of like, it's not that strong. That one's a little bit better because it's like takes up more of the screen. It's a little bit flashier. It's a little bit nicer in general. But there's some of these from the later games that are just like, oh man. I think it's the SVC one that I really don't like. No way, I like the SVC one. Actually, I like I think this is my favorite voice for Terry. I don't know, something about his voice in SVC Chaos is like, oh man, they did a good job. That one's whatever. That one doesn't count because the fucking 3D Keigo fighter games suck ass. That one's like, oof, that's terrible. Yeah, see that you see what I mean? It's like it doesn't have that oomph to it. Like I need that double hit shockwave to really just kind of blow out my ears and shake the screen when it hits. And one of the things I was looking for with this gameplay is like, man, I really need this Buster Wolf from Terry that Capcom has their hands into. I really need it to be like a visceral with its hit reaction, and they really did a good job with it. Like I really like it. Mm-hmm. Like one of the things, again, like the pause, that just covers the whole screen and shit. I love it. Like and it has this little sound to it that is just like 10 out of 10. Like this was the biggest thing I was worried about, and they got it. And then after that, I was like, oh, okay. So I've seen Power Geyser, I've seen Buster Wolf. What's left is level 3. You know, which is probably just going to be a flashy cinematic. But what I wasn't expecting was the rare triple geyser, which I think the first time I ever saw this one was in like CBS 2. And they actually make direct reference to the fact that Terry was in CBS 2. It's pretty funny. I'll point it out here in a second. But so this is where I remember the triple geyser from, because you can level 2 it and it does 2, and then at level 3 it does boom 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 like that. And I was like, that's a good way to expand on the power geyser shit, because you can dump your meter for a certain amount of it, and they actually carried that over to Street Fighter 6 for Terry's power geyser, and I'll show you here. So it's a level 2, so it costs 2 bars of meter out of 3, right? But you can also expend drive gauge, which is just like a rechargeable resource. And then if you want the triple, so that's for 2. If you want the triple, you spend another bar. So you can transform your level 2 into level 3 by expending a fuck ton of resources and do like a lot of damage with it, which is, I think, is a great way to do it.
Oh, baby, a triple.
But I wasn't expecting to see a triple geyser out of Capcom again. You know what I mean? And then this is just a flashy. He cancels a rising tackle and does level 3. Now the thing is, I was pretty eagle-eyed about this, right? Because I'm one of 10 people that in the world, maybe it's an exaggeration, obviously, but I'm one of few people in the world that actually recognized this move and this stance. I actually had a tweet saved of it, and I just posted it, but I'll pull it up. The way back in the day, Fatal Fury had an OVA, which, if you don't know, is just like a under, I would say, almost indie planning and marketing for a popular series. The OVAs are like universal. They make OVAs out of anything. And I saw this and I'm like, I recognize that pose. I was like, I recognize that pose. And I recognize that pose, and his feet are glowing. Why do I know this? And then I stopped for a second. I was like, wait, this is from the fucking OVA. And look, like it's quite literally almost 1-to-1. Like, even the way he holds his hands together is like fucking nuts. That they were like, oh yeah, let's bring this one move from the OVA. And then I don't think this one has it, but he quite literally just, his legs, let's see. Spinning? Question mark? Spin. Well, anyways, I'm not gonna go into it because it's not necessary, but his feet glow and he just spins a lot and he just like goes after, I think it's geese that he's fighting at the time. He just like spins like a tornado, like a badly animated tornado, because again, ovas are like indie as fuck. But I saw him glowing weirdly. I'm like, why the fuck is he glowing like that? I've never seen that, but wait, I have seen that before. And then the first thing he does out of that is like a two-hit rising or a two-stage rising tackle. So. And that's completely new to Street Fighter, or to Terry from the Street Fighter perspective. So all this shit ends up being just like, I've watched this trailer, like, I'm not even kidding, I've watched it like 20 times, because as much as I hate Capcom, I'm like, holy shit, they really did a fucking good job on Terry's presentation and just keeping all that little homage. I was not expecting a lane switch mechanic for Terry. And if you read the fucking, if you read the blog post about it, they're like, oh yeah, one of his card combos, passing sway, allows him to jump into the background of the stage or into another lane and choose to repeat it on the other side. I was like, first of all, nobody knows about that mechanic anymore, and secondly, why would you do that? It's so fucking cool. Thank you, Capcom. Finally, you're doing something right. But they make a big point in this blog post of talking about how many special moves he has. He's got like seven special moves, which is a lot, because the only other character that has that many special moves, like, or has comparable special moves to Terry, like base, is like Jamie, and Jamie needs to drink like a fuck ton of beer in order to have access to all of his special moves, and then he has like 8 or 9. So I think maybe 8. But another thing that I thought was really interesting, this is a complete side note here, but in reading through the patch notes, or I keep calling it patch notes, but the blog posts, they're like, okay, power wave, you know, fireball, light or medium, yeah, slow traveling, medium spread. One of the things that kind of jumped out at me is that they're talking about the quick burn is like, and they say it as that as a tatsu motion, which means something to me, but I don't know if, like, that's one of the first times I've seen kind of informal verbiage used in a like official blog post. Maybe I've missed it in other blog posts, but a tatsu motion just means like a quarter circle backwards and kick motion. It's based off of the word tatsumaki, which is Ryu's spinning helicopter kick. And I was like, what the fuck, like really? Like, okay, I mean, it's your IP, you can do whatever you want with it. But and then after that, I mean, you know, except for making good video games, thank you, Capcom. And then the second punch is an overhead, which is it's funny, but again, they do it twice, so it's not like it was a minor thing. Like, they do it twice in the same paragraph explaining what's what. And it is power charge. I knew it was something, power something. It's all pretty basic stuff. Falling axe kick, jumps over projectiles. It's pretty much always done that. Buster Wolf. It is pretty funny that they made Buster Wolf invincible on startup, because the other times I can remember his Buster Wolf being invincible on startup, it made him a top tier character. Like, I'm not even kidding. In SVC, he's a top tier character because his Buster Wolf is like invincible on startup and he has no recovery, so you can't really punish it unless you're anticipating ahead of time. This is level 2 when we went into Rising Fang, which is his level 3, kind of talks to it. This, again, this is my favorite look for Terry, aside from the fact that, you know, he's known for his iconic red and hat. The whole City of the Wolves, or it's weird that they say City of the Wolves, because obviously this is from the Mark of the Wolves, but I guess since City of the Wolves is coming out, he's going to, you know, this is what they're helping market. And this is from Final Fury, or Fatal Fury. I forgot about that. Yeah, there's a ton of other cameos and stuff that I saw in there, but I'm not going to get into. But one last thing here to kind of top it off, aside from the fact that I'm like, oh my god, like, yes, like Terry, my boy. These are the DLC characters.
Oh shit, Elena.
Yeah, Elena's coming. She's gonna need, and it's my personal opinion, they're gonna have to really change what makes Elena for Street Fighter 6, because, or maybe not, I don't know. Elena kind of, if you guys don't know this, but at the end of Street Fighter 4's life cycle, people were laming out as Elena because she was like a very haughtily designed character. She was infamous in the competitive scene because it was almost impossible to gain a lead on her because her healing, and this is a nice little snippet video, her Ultra 2 was healing, and the way Ultras work in Street Fighter 4, if you get hit, you build Ultra Bar, but it's not always the case that you losing that health generates Ultra Bar. You can absorb attacks with focus attacks and then gain Ultra that way, and focus attacks are like gray health, so you regenerate them over time as long as you don't get hit. But what I want you guys to take out of this is that Elena was like a super like cheap, or what many consider a scrubby character in Street Fighter 4, because you would get like half bar of the Ultra, which means you can use it, and then you could heal yourself. But look at how much it heals her off of a full charge and how quickly she does it. So there are some characters off of certain setups that you cannot punish her from doing this. She'll knock you down once and then heal herself over pretty much like 40% health off of an in-game mechanic. And you can do this multiple times, and I've seen it multiple times in one match. People were very, very unhappy about this Ultra at the end of Street Fighter 4's competitive life. So they're either not going to do it, they're either not going to bring it in Street Fighter 6 because Elena's the next character they're going to reveal and show, or they're going to make it so that you really are really vulnerable to healing.
Or they might just make it into a buff.
Or they could just make it into a lot of things. There's a lot of different things. Elena's very... I'm not going to get too far into it, but Elena's very much just... she's like the Hwoarang, or she's like the Balrog of Street Fighter, and that every single one of her attacks is just a different form of a kick, you know? Like, she has certain punches, which separates her from a character like Balrog, but everything she does is just kicks. An upwards kick, breakdance kick, overhead kick, all these things are just kick, 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 and, you know, it makes sense because she's like a dancer, but it's very, very blase, you know, like it's very dry presentation on it. There's not much you can do if you're not adding energy effects to it, and there's no reason to add energy effects to Elena because all she does is just kick, and that's all she does is just kick. She's not, aside from her healing ability, she's not supernatural in any way, so she's not generating Hadoukens or fire out of her fist like Ken does. She just kicks. So I'd be really interested to see, and we don't really do this kind of stuff here. I don't drag you into stuff like this, but this is like I mentioned, this is like my favorite character in all fighting games ever, and I've just been watching this trailer over and over and over today, like, oh my god, like ooh, look at that.
My thirst is gonna be real.
The My Thirst is gonna be real, and while I have you here, I guess I might as well just show you what My looks like now that they fucking...
Don't do this to me.
I know, dude, you gotta see it. I'm sorry, but you gotta see this.
To me.
Like, it's just a quick... I'm just gonna quickly go through City of the Wolves. I did post it earlier, but they're like, holy shit, we need Mai's like, this is a really good opening presentation for this, by the way.
Want a little taste of shit on your fire?
She's like 35 in this. So for City of the Wolves, they're like, oh yeah, okay. First of all, her tits are massive in this outfit, dude. They are.
I mean, they've always been.
They've been big, but they are noticeably huge in this, dude. I'm not even gonna lie. They are noticeably huge.
I'm gonna key you on why. So with her other outfit, it's very loose fitting.
Yeah.
So that there is very little support. This seems like it has a zipper and is shaped. So this is probably just it's acting as basically a push-up bra.
Yeah, and also, you know, she's not wearing a regular bra, so God bless.
She never does.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, we're just gonna skip ahead for this because I can't stand the English voice actor, but she does have her old outfit, which is just
oh lord,
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, dude. Thank you, SNK. But yeah, I really like the thing that people have always had criticism about SNK and more recent iterations is that their art direction just sucks. Like, it's not good at all. And
This
people,
looks good.
this looks great, and I'll tell you why. It's because they're like, well, people like comic books. Why don't we just add like a white outline to these characters and make them pop out of the screen like this? Like the screen tone in the background and the white outline over the characters just makes them like very. It's a very simple effect, but it's very striking. It really makes them pop out of the screen as they're doing all this.
Also, I
dumb
wish
shit.
they'd put my beating somebody else up.
Well, yeah,
Instead of
I like
waifu over here.
I like Bijane, so this was a deliberate choice because Bijane is the waifu of Garou. But anyways, we're not gonna see the rest of this because I can't stand the English voice acting. But yeah, 10 out of 10. That's it. Crash course
Yeah,
in
it's
both
gonna be.
both Terry, Elena, and Mai at the same time.